Welcome to Snaccidents! Hey, you might be asking yourself, what's a Snaccident?
Have you been out with friends and accidentally eaten all the appetizers for the table?
Have you sat on the couch for your favourite show and eaten a whole can of Pringles after only the first episode?
Have you gone up for your third plate at the family barbecue when everyone else is still in their first?
Then you, my friends, have had a Snaccident.
But that's okay. We're not here to judge, we're here to help.
By judging.
We accept this dark, dark hunger that lives in every one of us, but we're here to offer you better quality Snaccidents through careful consideration and cutthroat democracy.
Each episode, we bring snacks that we love in a head-to-head battle, an ultimate Snacc-down, where we taste and score each other's snacks and vote on the final Snack Champ.
At the end of each episode, the final
Snack Champ
will go on to fight the winner of the next episode and become our version of a Snack Highlander, or as we like to call it,
Snacklander! Now, what snacks qualify as competitors?
These can be any food or drink item easily attainable. We want to keep it simple and accessible so you can join in the fun at home.
Now, these can be snacks that need small amounts of preparation such as cooking, microwaving, or boiling, but they must consist of the product and just that.
Exactly. Now, with that out of the way, let's introduce ourselves as your guides and experts.
I'm Charlie, your limited edition snack addict.
And I'm Sam, your amateur chocolatier. And now, a quick message from our sponsor. Cacolo Treats is an online luxury confectionery business based in Wiltshire.
Born in the midst of the lockdown, their mission is to spread positivity, motivation, and happiness through everyone's favourite snack. Chocolate!
And you'll hear more from them later on. Now, before we get started, I'd love to give a quick shout out to Rick Murphy for a piece of fan mail we got sent. Remember, you guys, send us your suggestions, questions, and stories, and they could make it on the show.
So, the theme for this episode is pastries!
Everyone loves a tasty pastry, and today we're going to be diving into one of the best bakeries around, even if they don't sponsor us, our favourite, Greggs. And for this episode, we have a true Greggs aficionado and expert, Jack Guppy.
Hi.
Hi. Now, Jack, have you got a snackcident you can share with us?
A snaccident, you say?
A snackcident,
I've
indeed.
got many snaccidents. Well, let me take you back about 2-3 years to a wonderful place called the Mountains of Snowdon.
International.
Or Wales.
Yeah. It's technically a different country.
Kind of, yeah.
There's someone out there that'll get very angry about that.
Oh, definitely.
We were camping as part of a college course. One first night, we were dropped off essentially in the middle of Aberystwyth, a Welsh town with a big Tesco's. We were dropped off.
So basically, it was a Tesco's with a bit of a Welsh town.
Yes, with a big Tesco's. And we were dropped off with £100 and were told, buy your food.
How old were you guys?
This was 2 years ago, so I was 18, 17, 18.
So I'm guessing sort of like Desperados, Budweiser.
We ended up bringing half the alcohol aisle.
Okay, that's a good start.
We bought a TV.
You bought a TV?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like camping. Nice. Yeah, anything you've been up to at the minute that you want to share?
Sort of photography, modelling, model kits, model planes.
That's right. Well, that sounds pretty cool. I'm sure we can put up a link to your Instagram and other various sites that you can find your work. It's pretty impressive, guys. Competition worthy, I've heard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
It's been a pretty good, guys. Sam, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been muddling with this idea I had the other day whilst watching one of the, infinite cooking shows me and my partner watch. Basically, it involves getting professional insult imagineer and talented chef Gordon Ramsay to do a follow-up series to Hell's Kitchen. But the twist is, there's no kitchen.
Okay.
Okay. Now stick with me here, because I think it's going to be fun. We get Gordon to go to, non-food businesses, mercilessly rip the shit out of them as usual for whatever it is they do, then help them turn it into a food business. Most importantly, he has to teach them to cook with only the tools they already have. So if he's at a building site, he's chopping onions with a trowel, tossing salad in the cement mixer. Maybe he's in an office using a scanner as a really garlic press. I mean, we could give him like a single camping stove to start with, but that's it.
How would he cook something? Would he like set a bunch of office papers on fire?
Well, he's got a single camping stove. It's for him to work out.
I don't think this is going to
It's a true test
This isn't
of a
going to
real
pass
chef.
health and safety.
This isn't going to catch on.
It's still going to work.
Oh,
I can see it working in a garage, maybe. Just run a car really hot, open to
That's what I'm
some
saying.
eggs.
There's a lot of different places you could go, guys.
Okay.
We're not limited to building site and office.
Wait, I'm just trying to get my head around this.
I'll come up with a better one next episode. It's fine. Right. Well, Charles, what about you?
What have I been up to?
What have you been
asked?
up to? I asked.
I ended up going to Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh, love Krispy Kreme.
I had a promise from my partner that she'd be buying 12 donuts and then decided that she didn't want to, which meant I had to buy all the donuts. But they have 4 new flavors for Valentine's Day. They're all based off love hearts. There is a lemon sherbet, a berry sherbet, an orange sherbet, and a sherbet. And
What? No, hang on. A sherbet.
sherbet flavoured.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Sherbet.
Yep.
Oh, I think they could have done a bit better than that.
Oh, definitely.
Sherbet.
I don't know. It's purple. I was like, what flavour is purple then? Sherbet. Sherbet on the top, sherbet on the inside.
That is like umami. You don't know it until you've had it. You can't really explain it in words. It's just purple.
Isn't sherbet like a... It's not even a... It's like a powder.
It's almost like sour sugar.
Why would you put powder in a donut?
It's like I guess it's like more the flavour.
It's like biting into sand.
No, it's not sandy. It's sherbet flavoured. It's like, that kind of like, when you eat a refresher and it's got that tang to it,
Yeah.
Yeah. I did, to be honest, I bought a bunch of them.
Was it like eating a Barocca tablet?
No.
No,
It
wasn't like that.
It was slightly better than that. They're not the best. I won't go for them.
Wow. Okay.
I kind of wish that I just got Biscoff and Dream Cakes and just got 12 of each.
The classics, the crumble,
classics.
lemon meringue. Wow. Sorry, Krispy Kreme. That's that's a shame. You've normally done very well with
It's a miss this time. I did very much like the promo apple crumble from their last promo, but this one's a miss for me.
It sounds like a miss.
I mean, for Valentine's Day, maybe think about eating less donuts and look a bit better for your partner. There we go. Wait till next season.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Wait till next Valentine's.
Yes. Yeah, that's me.
That's you. Right, and with that out of the way, it's time to get on with round 1 and find out what everyone's brought.
So now we'll each get the chance to fight our case for the snacks we've brought and why we love them.
So, Charles, first round, what have you brought?
So, my choice for Greg's pastry was the cheese and bacon wrap.
Ooh.
This used to be one of my favourite treats whilst out and about. When I grew up, the bacon wrap became the inspiration for my signature homemade snack, the cheesy poof.
The cheesy poof, indeed. Now, I have tried these so-called cheesy poofs. Damn, guys. It's one of these things, much like the nuggets and a couple other things, where you just know people who have these everyday things that they just seem to cook better than everyone else. No matter what it is, whether it's just heating the thing up that's already made or like mixing it together, whatever. Charlie's cheesy poofs, damn, they are really, I think, maybe the best.
It's just a piece of pastry, normally a ready roll, with some bacon and then some cheese, and you wrap it all up. You can't really go wrong with that. So well done, Greggs, for making the bacon and cheese wrap.
I will say, of all the places you can kind of like get these, if they're not homemade by Charlie, I reckon they're maybe my favourite one as well.
But hey guys, come over.
Yeah. Oh,
have some cheesy puff on me.
Yeah, we can chuck some brie in there, some cranberry, maybe some blue cheese?
A bit of blue cheese for me.
Yeah. Absolutely. Love it.
Yes.
And so, Jack, what about you?
Well, I have chosen the cheese and onion bake.
Oh, have you, sir?
Exactly. It's cheese, it's onions. It's pretty simple. It's got puff pastry around the top.
Well, this is what I mean. Much with like the snack that I myself have brought also, I think it's the simplest things done well are the most impressive. Because you can get real fancy and do like micro herbs on top and your Japanese barbecue, all the little things. But if you just can't do the basics well, I think that's a real sort of a test of anywhere, whether it's a chain, it's a person, big fancy restaurant, any of it. Well, I must say I've also had these and I'm quite fond of them. I will obviously be trying them again as well as Charles. Some solid recommendations so far. You've not?
No. I'm the kind of person that goes, I like this thing. I'm just going to eat this thing and not try anything else.
Yeah, I do that too often as well. I was like, I'm a bit sad today, and I know there's this thing I like, or maybe there's this thing I haven't tried before. It's like, nah, I'm going to go for the thing I like. What happens.
I would just put a smile on. No. Sam, what did you bring?
Okay, so it's no surprise to anyone here that I am a fan of sausage rolls. I feel I have adequate experience. So I'm going to lay down the gauntlet right now and say the beautifully mastered Greg's sausage roll is perhaps the best baked anything, hands down. In my personal experience.
Okay.
I cut it down a little bit, but I feel like, either way, I don't think I could accurately estimate how many of these I've had over the years, but clearly based on my heart rate, as we found out the other day, probably too many.
Too many.
Oh dear.
Now, I remember when Greg's first opened in our hometown, and the sausage rolls I had there are still as good as the ones they serve today. Whenever I venture into like a new town or city, whether it's like a work trip, jewelry show, holiday, I always look for that blue and gold sign for just, some comfort food I know I can trust. Everyone likes to have that thing that they know they can just go to and get the exact same thing again. It's going to be nice every single time. There's not a chance that it's going to be like, I don't know, moldy. You want consistency. I also want to say that I believe they were probably, in my eyes, one of the first chains to add like vegan and gluten-free options to their menu, but who like genuinely tried to make a product that like lived up to the standards of the other food and was like as successful as their previous offerings. Because it's no easy feat, but man, there's so many that just half-ass it.
I mean, Becky's definitely said that she prefers the vegan sausage roll to the regular one.
Well, this is it. I've had the vegan sausage roll. I very much like it. I also like the vegan slice as well. Also very good. Can't remember what's in it, but it's tasty.
It's corn. It's the corn with the cube.
Oh, of course it is. The corn bake. Love it. Big fan of corn.
Yeah, the vegan sausage roll, they actually spent some time trying to put a flavour profile to it.
It's pretty tasty. I love their buttery, flaky pastry. I can always rely on, and frankly, always makes me feel at home wherever I am. Because when I travel for work or like other stuff like that, it's just always there. I also want to give a quick shout out to my brother, who was kind enough to make me his own vegan versions of the sausage roll not so long ago, which genuinely blew me away. And if I get the chance to ask him for the recipe, I'll put it on the website somewhere, because I'm sure if you try them too, you'll absolutely agree they're a real home dunk slam run.
Now, were they better than the Greg's sausage rolls?
To be honest, I haven't had the vegan sausage roll from Greg's in quite some time. I remember I enjoyed it, but I was just genuinely surprised that Reese didn't cook me, I don't know, just some bread with a bit of ketchup. So yeah, I was genuinely impressed. I'll kick off honourable mentions as well. I want to say the various bakes they also do are pretty high up on my list. Like Black Forest Muffin, they used to do like way back. I don't know if they still do that, but you know what? They'll always be as a close runner-up, a soft spot in my heart for the humble yum yum.
The humble yum yum.
Yeah, it's just a long donut, isn't it?
Oh,
they may as well just call it long donut.
a long nut? Long nuts.
That's fine. But seriously, a good yum yum, hard to come by.
I've got an honourable mention for you actually that I hadn't thought of until this very moment.
Oh, okay.
The Greg's fondant ring donut. Oh, it's delicious. You've got
They got it just right.
You got a very thick layer of fondant on the top. My God, this donut
The donut that
If we open like a donut van at some point, donuts that
It truly is a shame that I haven't seen the fondant ring donut in there for many a year.
I will say I'm also a bit disappointed, and shout out to my gran real quick as well. She'll love this. Her absolute favourite donut, I believe, is still the split jam and cream donut, which, man, I haven't seen in there since like the start of COVID. Real shame. Big fan of those two.
Very, very sad news.
How about you, Jack?
Honourable mention.
Honourable mentions, as we've previously discussed, the vegan sausage roll.
It is a solid choice.
It's really good.
Like, companies out there, this is what happens when you actually put some time and effort into a thing. And don't just be like, oh, we're going to have something on the shelf for them. No, whatever I'll do.
Quickly take the meat out, just pastry.
Just take the meat out. Just suspiciously, they launched a new product, which is the double sausage roll. It's not quite held together properly, but yeah.
I'm going to have to look up the vegan sausage roll instructions.
What is it called when you put food together?
Instructions?
I think it's called
Recipe. That's the one. I'm going to have to look up the vegan sausage roll recipe.
But genuinely, you can taste the difference.
Okay.
I can't remember whose slogan that is already, but you can taste the difference. Right, we're going to move into the next bit then.
Yeah, let's eat some food.
Bring on the snack.
But first, snack facts.
Did you know in 2001 Pizza Hut spent over $1 million sending a pizza into space delivered to the Russian crew members of the ISS?
That seems like an expensive waste of fuel.
Yeah, of all the other space stuff that could have gone up there. I mean, I don't know how much Elon Musk supposedly spent on sending one of his perfectly good cars into space, which seems wasteful and just adding to the junk out there. Elon. But yeah, pizza in space, why not?
Space pizza.
Space pizza.
Did you know Cadbury's makes over 400 million chocolate buttons a day, which equates to over 146 billion buttons a year?
Billion. That's a lot of buttons, yo.
Is a lot of buttons. Arguably too many.
That's
Snack facts!
So, we have just tried the Greggs sausage roll. Damn, guys, it delivers! Oh, it delivers every single time.
Did it? Did it truly?
I mean, I thought it did.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Exactly how I like them.
It's such a 5 out of 10. It really
God.
depends if they've been cooked properly or not. They look anemic.
I mean, anemic is better than overcooked.
No.
I would prefer to eat a raw sausage roll than have one slightly overcooked.
That can be arranged.
That's quite the claim. I mean, I'm definitely prefer under instead of over, but
I once went into a lounge in Bath. I can't remember.
I know
what
the
it's
exact one you're on about because I had like a £20 fish finger sandwich there.
Oh, that's
great fish
rough.
finger sandwich, but it was 20 quid.
I went in there and I ordered a chicken burger with pesto and stuff, and I asked for it rare.
now, did you think you were at GBK?
Yes, I did. Well, no. I never buy chicken burgers. I buy a nice beef burger. So
Were you thinking of being healthy? Or?
No. I just fancied the burger, and whenever I ask for a burger anywhere I go, I say I'd like it as rare as you are allowed to cook it.
Yeah, you gotta go rare. I mean, that's how it is. But like, what was their face when you asked them that?
Which the serving lady, she walked off, went to the thing, and then about like 2 or 3 minutes later, after I imagine her going to the chef and then being like, what's happening? She came back and she's like, we're not really allowed to. We have to cook the chicken properly.
I want my chicken.
I was not gonna bring this up before, but since you've already made such a terrible cooking faux pas,
blue chicken.
there was this disgraceful time in my life back when I was in I think early secondary school, where on the way back I would walk past Tesco's and we'd go to a buddy of mine's house. We would buy a like a multi-pack of Tesco's cheap sausage rolls, just the worst kind of trash, and then
that's 1 out of 10.
Then we'd put it in the microwave for about 3 minutes. At which point, when you take it out, it didn't burn because of like the sugar and fat in it. It just became this like soft, like almost dessert, and you could drink it from a straw. That's not a joke.
It just becomes a jelly.
Yeah, it becomes a drink. I couldn't afford Greggs, so I mean, this is what I had to do.
Back in the black and white era.
Yeah, wasn't Greggs like 30p or something? Shh.
This is, I'm not proud of it, it's just something that happened.
So you actively spent more to have a worse meal?
I mean, I got like 10 of them instead of like
To be fair,
2.
Tesco's is open a lot later than Greggs is.
And it was exactly on my way home. So convenience is the worst thing, I think, for motivational issues.
I feel like we've got a little bit off track.
No,
we have got a little bit off track.
I actually had some notes on your sausage roll.
Okay, what are your
So-
notes, Charles?
I liked that it was a little bit soggy. It was better than I remember. It's quite nice and like just a little bit peppery.
Yeah.
The sausage didn't taste as horrible as I remembered. I think maybe like the few times where I've had one, it's been kind of a bit overcooked. It's been very crunchy outside and then like a very dry sausage.
Oh, this is it. You have to go at the opportune time where it's like, it's either fresh out of the oven or it's nice,
Just the good
nice
cook.
and warm. Yeah. Oh, I love them so much, and I can't anymore.
It was okay.
It was okay.
I'd say it was more than a 5. I give it more than a 5.
Nah.
Nice.
Okay.
Now, right, on to the next snack. So, we have just tried the Greggs cheese and onion bake. What do you guys think?
I mean, I brought it and I think it's great.
You You sound like an undertaker then. Jack, as the snack progenitor, what do you think?
It's good, it's cheesy, it's got onion. I mean, it's one of those things that I think you can have hot or cold. It doesn't really matter.
I mean, I think for me it's one of those things where if it's warm or hot, I prefer it like that, but you're always in danger on that first bite of burning your mouth and ruining the rest of your day, let alone the thing you're currently eating.
That's the main problem, because it's cheese. Cheese boils, unlike meat.
Exactly. You can never trust cheese as much as you like. I love cheese, but cheese is a gamble.
Cheese is a weapon.
Cheese is a weapon.
Hot cheese is a weapon. It's like oil.
Maybe in the hands of imbeciles.
Yeah.
So the cheese and onion bake, I found it not disappointing because I didn't think I'd like it, but I was right. I didn't.
That's the longest, most complicated way of almost nicely but not quite saying nah.
I was being polite. I was trying to be polite. It was okay. I didn't like it as much as a sausage roll, and that's really saying something because a sausage roll is such a basic treat. It was maybe like a bit too peppery, a bit too oniony. I wouldn't want to kiss anyone.
I think it suffers the same thing that the fridge did on a previous episode, where almost instantly after you've had it, I can feel like my mouth curdling and souring, and I think like anyone who's going to have a conversation with me is going to be really sad.
I'm just upset sitting next to you right now.
But I mean, this is it. I think, again, if it was warm, I maybe would have enjoyed it more, but it's quite filling, that's for sure.
Yes.
It was quite filling. It did give me the impression, though, surprisingly more than the sausage roll, where it's not the kind of thing I'd want someone eating in the back of my car. Because it's almost like, it's like when you go somewhere like to the cinema or something with a friend that like has really bad dandruff and you get up and they leave like this sort of snow angel behind. You can tell where someone has been eating one of these bakes. But
It's a crummy bake.
You also ate it without the bag.
Does it taste nicer if you eat the bag as well?
No.
The cheese wasn't cheesy and the onion was too oniony for me. That's my take.
Again, I still enjoyed it, but we'll just have to see how it does in the scores. Now, moving on to the third and final snack.
It's a bacon and cheese wrap, baby!
So, we've just eaten the bacon and cheese wrap, or fold, as we've decided to call it from now on.
Yeah, that is what we kind of declared. I'm more of a plat man, Charlie's a wrap, but we've declared to meet in the middle and call it a fold.
Yeah, I have some notes.
On your own thing.
Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest. It was quite sharp. It was over puffed, so it didn't fit in the mouth very well, and then some of the top bits were quite sharp, and
I do like a nice tight fold.
they scratched my face a little bit. I preferred the sausage roll.
I mean, bacon and cheese, what a pair. I mean, this wasn't necessarily like my favourite coming together of those two particular ingredients, but oh man, it's such a robust flavour. It's quite salty. It's saltier than I remember. And in terms of structure, I normally prefer quite like a nice tight like plat or fold, as we decided to call it.
I call them packages. Or puffs.
Parcels.
A bacon cheese parcel.
We're still a bit on the fence about this, but yeah.
What do you make of it? Too salty.
Stop leading the witness.
There's not much to it. Pastry doesn't really taste of anything. You can't taste the cheese. The cheese is there only in texture. And you can't feel the bacon because of all the cheese. You can just taste salt.
It is quite salty. As someone who's suffered from kidney stones, that's not ideal.
I didn't particularly like that. I think my memories of it from the past are a lot better than it actually was. Or that wasn't a particularly good one. But what you can take from this is you can go home, you can get some ready rolled pastry, you can get some bacon or something else, some other meat, and you can get some cheese and you can make them yourself. And it can be whatever you want it to be and it will be delicious.
I was a bit underwhelmed.
Yeah.
It was
You're going to become dehydrated.
Yeah, it was more of a sort of an airy pastry affair than I would have liked this time round. Because normally that's great, but
it did seem like there was more pastry than there was bacon and cheese put together.
Yeah, and that's kind of, you got to get those golden ratios right.
I mean, it's a disappointment. There definitely are good bacon and cheese wraps that you can get from there, but today was not one of those. I'm not bitter. It's fine.
I think I got to agree with you on that. Right, well, that can only mean it's time to move into the third and final round, judging.
Yes.
Alright guys, it's time for the all-important third round where we vote for this episode's
Snack Jam.
So, now we've all had a little bit of time to think about this. Charles, what is your verdict?
I gotta say it, Sam. I've become a sausage lover.
I mean, I am awfully surprised. That's not where I saw this going.
Yeah,
But,
normally I do like to, I've been known to dump on your treats, but I think the sausage is the clear winner this round.
So, Jack, how about you?
The sausage roll was better than the bacon wrap. For me, definitely got to be cheese and onion. I'm voting for my own thing, but so much better.
I almost always vote for my own thing, don't worry.
I mean, honestly, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
And the sausage roll is just... It's overhyped. It's not...
Oh! You wound me, sir!
What are you going to vote for?
It was not close for me. I've got to say, I really expected more out of the bacon and cheese wrap. Sorry. Parcel. But yeah, for me, the clear winner, 100% was the sausage roll. It was warm, buttery, flaky. It just hits all the right spots, guys. So that must mean this episode's winner is, of course...
Sausage roll.
Sausage roll.
Rolled sausage. Hey.
Sausage of roll.
The sausage roll.
The roll of sausage.
Was there anything the others could have done to get up there in the ranks?
I think the bacon parcel, if it had been less... What's the word I'm looking for? Shit. If it had been somewhat less salty, I think it probably would have been higher up in the ranks. I think the cheese and onion bake, though, it's honestly just not really my kind of flavour, if I'm being honest. How about you, Jack?
Yeah, that's fair. I can see cheese and onion bake. It's very subjective, but it's just a sausage roll is just.
But what would it have needed to push it up?
A whole different sausage.
Chorizo.
Oh, a nice chorizo.
At least that's in my personal opinion, but clearly the Great British public thinks otherwise because it's
Dig a sausage roll.
Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Fair enough. Charles?
I mean, I guess the thing is, a sausage roll is a sausage roll.
I have heard that, yeah.
Yeah, and that it does good. It does good as a sausage roll. It's a good sausage roll. I guess my issue with the other two is with the bacon and cheese wrap or parcel or whatever you want to call it. There are so many different things you could do to make it better. And same with the cheese and onion pastry. If you had a slightly more like mature, earthy British cheddar in there, then both of those could have been a lot better. But the sausage roll is winning at what it's doing, which is being a sausage roll, really.
It's not trying to make it overcomplicated. It demolished the competition for me. And I think you're right. I think it's just one of those things that it keeps it simple. And so long as you don't mess up just two things.
You can't get sausage roll wrong, really. It's hard to do.
So, with that in mind, we must take the sausage roll into the final arena where it will battle Disaronno for the title of
Snacklander!
So, it's time. The final Snacklander. What's it gonna be? Jack?
Sausage roll or the reigning champ, Disaronno Amaretto?
Well, I'm going to have to vote for the sausage roll, I'm afraid.
Obviously not an alcoholic like the two of us.
I mean, I didn't see that coming after you slammed the sausage roll so hard, but I'm not sad because, again, I really enjoy both. So, Charles, how about you?
It's a pretty obvious choice for me. I will be slamming Disaronno's far more lightly than sausages.
Yeah, I mean, for me, honestly, just to get this out of the way, my vote is Disaronno. It's hard not to have a Snaccident whenever we get the bottle of Disaronno out. We've gone through too many Disaronno bottles, I feel, for what is not that many episodes. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I do love the sausage roll. It's always been there for me, but the Disaronno, it's just there more. Cold nights and dark winters. I don't know. I don't know where I go with this. Honestly, Disaronno Amaretto for me, every single time I drank it, it's like a nice warm hug. And you know what? Eating the sausage roll, it was a good, firm, friendly handshake, but it wasn't that proper embrace that I get every single time I take a sip.
Smell your hair.
No. No, I guess not.
So, you know what that means. Disaronno Amaretto remains the final Snacklander, standing upon a pile of limp, dry sausage rolls. It remains king.
And we'll just have to see how long. It's getting awful close to becoming
the full-on forever Snacklander.
And so, we'd like to thank our sponsors once more for supporting the show. Cocolo Treats, an online luxury confectionery brand based in Wiltshire.
They sell a variety of confectionery goods including handmade chocolate bars, creamy fudge, and pick-and-mix sweets, as well as specialty coffee and tea.
They have a wide selection of gifts that are perfect for everyone. So, head to www.cocolotreats.com to browse their full collection. Thanks again. So, Jack, thank you for joining us on this episode. Is there anything you'd like to share with the people out there?
Go look at Special Effect. They're a really cool charity. They help kids and especially disadvantaged children, even adults, to almost get into video games and a chance to escape from their troubles. Yeah, it's something to look into. So it's called Special Effect, and I think they do a really good job.
I think it sounds really cool. I definitely have to look that up. I'm glad that exists.
It sounds nice, man.
So, guys, thank you for listening to the episode. If you're enjoying them, please pass on to someone else so they can enjoy them too. Spread the word.
Now, if you've got any suggestions, questions, or stories of your own Snaccidents, send those to snaccidentspodcast@gmail.com. Go snack yourself!
You can find us on all the regular socials, plus you can always check out our website at snaccidentspodcast.com for more.
And thank you all for listening.
Join us next episode for all new themes, all new snacks, and maybe a new
Snacklander! Keep it crunchy!